for coming, everybody. We have a great show tonight. Let's hear it for your hostess with the mostest, Betsy Carroll.
Hey guys, let's just dive right into this cesspool. To quote my shrink. Hey guys, so I recently went through a breakup. It was a pretty tough one. I actually had to have the guy's number blocked. Yeah, he wasn't necessarily stalking me, but you know, I had to have him blocked as a precaution, like just in case he ever decides to stop calling me. I don't want to know. I just want to think that he kept calling me forever and ever and ever. Just like all my other exes who I also had blocked promptly after being dumped by them. Yeah, but I'm getting back out there. I met a guy and he seemed pretty cool, but it turns out he is homeless. Yeah, he was leaving my place the morning after our first date, and he was like, "See ya, I'll call you when I get home." And that was like 6 days ago. And I still haven't heard from him, so I put 2 and 2 together, and I realized that he's homeless, which is a shame that he didn't just tell me, because like honesty is number one, you know, like homelessness I can work with. You know, like there's some benefits, like he'd be willing to move in together, and I wouldn't have to make any room for his stuff, because my recycling bin is always empty, so I have plenty of room for bottles and cans. Yeah, yeah, so being single again comes with responsibilities, so I just got retested for ADHD, because, you know, like doctor's offices are a great place to meet doctors. So yeah, I got retested, and in the words of my future cougar self, I still got it. I thought it was a little odd though when my doctor asked me to rate my love life on a scale of Kardashians, Kris Jenner being the worst and Caitlyn being perfection. Like it seemed a little like, is that relevant? But you know, like he's my doctor, I trust him, so I just answered. I was like, well, my love life is a total train wreck, but it's also like really funny and entertaining, so I'll give it a Kanye. And he was like, Betsy, that doesn't answer the question. The question was, on a scale of 1 to 10, how difficult is it for you to focus during one-on-one conversations? I mean, I was like, okay, doc, that kind of came out of left field. I much preferred what we were talking about before. He seems a little bit annoyed with me, but I know that I'm still his favorite patient because during our sessions together, he's always saying, fascinating. Under his breath, he's like, fascinating. And then like writes notes. What was I telling you about? Oh yeah, I did meet someone at the ADD doctor's office that day. Not a doctor, a fellow patient, unfortunately. But, you know, it's great. He has ADD as well. So that means that, you know, we have a lot in common. Like quite a bit of debt and some ongoing legal issues as a result of the debt, and a thorough knowledge of Wikipedia. And you know, on paper he's perfect for me, but the sex with him is terrible because neither of us can finish anything. I don't know, I still think he's a big step up from my ex who I had blocked because he was just a dick. Like, he would say stupid things. Like, one time he was like, oh damn, that Megan Fox, she's pretty hot. And I was like, oh, thanks, Christopher Columbus, for that enlightening discovery, yeah. Megan Fox is super hot, but I have it on pretty good authority that she sucks at software engineering, so I don't know, I guess we're like tied. Because that's what I do professionally. I mean, you know, at least I try to be a hot woman in my free time. Like, she doesn't even dabble in my shit. So yeah, I guess I'm winning. I guess I'm more of a catch than Megan Fox. It's crazy. Yeah, so I just said I'm a software engineer professionally, and that's kind of true, except not really anymore, because on Monday, I got laid off. Whoa, yeah, I wish I could have ended that sentence at the word laid, but it wouldn't have been honest. I mean, I did get fucked, but I didn't have sex with anybody, so. It's okay though, I mean, I'm handling it great, like, it's not personal. It's not personal, they told me that over and over, Betsy, it's not personal. To which, you know, my reaction was, fuck you, Devin. It better be fucking personal. I hope you just didn't choose who to fire by drawing names out of a hat, you know. Although that would explain some things about why you're letting people off. You know. It's water under the bridge at this point, you guys. You know, it's already Wednesday, I'm doing great. And that, you know, I think I'm handling it with like the utmost class. Like, I did all the things you're supposed to do right after, like, as soon as the meeting was over, which, you know, I exited the meeting with like a Julia Roberts. I was like, big mistake, huge. Like, walked out with like all of my software that I made there, and they're like, Betsy, that's proprietary, you're gonna need to leave that here. That's okay, make more. No, I mean, I'm handling it really, I think, appropriately. I went home and I immediately just like untagged myself from all of the photos of me and my ex-company where I look happy. And then, you know, that night I went out and partied super hard with like 10 other companies and just like took a bunch of photos of myself having a blast with these like bigger, better endowed, like richer companies. And then I Instagrammed them all with the hashtag, this could be us, but you play. You guys, I'm just joking, I'm a comic, I make up stuff. I didn't get laid off on Monday, okay? I did have to lay someone off on Monday, and it was really hard. It was my CEO, and, you know, like, I had to let him go from the role of being my boss because it just wasn't working out because he kept trying to fire me. It was a tough decision for us all, but I know he's going to land on his feet. And that's what I told him. In all seriousness, you guys, I did get laid off. But don't worry about me. I know I'm going to be fine because I know that I'm very, very capable of wearing a really slutty outfit to a job interview. This is my interview. This is my interview dress, so I think I'm going to be just fine. You know? Software engineer, whatever. Are you guys ready for a really great show tonight? I am really excited. Let's get ready to welcome our first comic, besides me, to the stage. Brooke Van Poppelen. You've seen her on True TV's Hack My Life. Give it up for Brooke Van Poppelen. Keep it going for your host. How are you? Going strong with like the summer vibes today still. Yes, girl, show skin. I like it. I'm ready to hide myself in a potato stack. I'm like, yay, cold weather. Bring it. I like the minute there was like that terrible rain shower and it was like 45 degrees out. I was like, and here comes the body hair. And everyone else just like, let it grow. Ugh. And I have a boyfriend, it's terrible. I'm like this poor guy, I turned into a Yeti for like 6 months. I'm like, what? That's how I keep fucking warm. Like, it's New York, what am I gonna do? Anyone in the crowd single tonight? Make some noise, yay! Single in New York City.
Disaster. I was single for almost 4 years in fucking New York City. And you know what happens when you're single for a really long time? Is you react violently to human touch. Did you know that could happen? When you're single for a really long time, you get fucking weird and go feral when someone touches you. Like you're at work and like Ken from accounting comes over and just like puts a hand on your shoulders like, nice job on those reports, Brooke. And you're like, I remember love. And you say it out loud and everyone's like talking shit about you at the water cooler and it's very awkward. So, you know, you gotta get in there, people. Internet date, whatever it takes, you gotta fucking get it out there, get it in there. You know what I'm saying? For a while when I was single, because I was so weird about people touching me, I started treating myself to full body massages. Thank you. Upper East Side Korean parlors, anyone? Yeah. Thank you very much. I know, I was, you know, kind of working on my relationship with my masseuse. It was a man. He was my masseuse. And, you know, it was getting intimate. I was like allowing him to explore my body with his hands. I mean, it was consensual, don't get me wrong, I paid for it. But like after several sessions with the guy, it sort of became like this weird elephant in the room where I was like, I don't know how to bring up the topic of happy ending. You know what I'm saying? I was like, for women, like what's the appropriate etiquette to let this guy know I desperately want to give him a hand job. What do I just go for it? What happens? I don't know. Do you get kicked out? Do you go to jail? I'll never know. It's like, thank you for the massage, and now here's your happy ending and my sad ending. I'm embarrassed. I'm gonna get out of here. It's terrible. Anyone go to therapy this week? I'd like to start off my week with thank you. Good. She was talking about that. My therapist was like, you're codependent. I was like, are we sure that's what we think? I don't know. The truth is, I love being in relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love being in relationships because it keeps me off the streets. You know what I'm saying? It is, as a woman in New York, it's just like, get me off these streets. It's rough out there. When I'm single, I do a lot of fucking damage. You know what I'm saying? I was like going down a list of internet date interactions I had, and I was an OG internet dater, dude. I started this shit in 2008 before any of you motherfuckers did. It was like when it was the wild, wild west of dating. It was fucking crazy. I had a guy show up for a date with a black eye because he got punched on the subway on the way to the date. He's like, must do it, you know. He didn't like me, but like that, I got rejected by him. He showed up with a black eye. It's ridiculous. But I like being in a relationship. It's kind of like putting yourself in timeout for a little bit. You're like, whoa, I'm just gonna cool off for a little bit, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go away for a few years, find a comfortable dude, and just watch Netflix until I get really angry and dump him again. But you need to take yourself out of the game for a little bit. Find somebody to have an okay relationship with, right? I've been married before. Fine, whatever. Have some okay relationships. I'm divorced too, by the way. I'm really great at being in just okay relationships. It's worth it for splitting the rent. You guys, you gotta do it in New York City. It's, I don't know. It's crazy though, when you're single, you're like, in New York City, women, we are just so like on each other's team, you know, we're like all cheering for each other's pussies all the time. We're like, yeah girl, you know, like you're so concerned for your single friends. And my girlfriends would be like, Brooke, you need a dildo. I'd be like, wow, that was out loud and we're at brunch. That was a lot. It was just a lot. There was about an 11 just then. Let's bring it down. You know, and I was like, no, it's fine. I have no issues. Like, there are like entire stores dedicated to things I didn't even know you could put in your butt. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay. Whatever makes you fucking tick, it's fine. It is so fun to go to these stores though. And here's a piece of advice. If you're gonna go shopping for a sex toy, you know how they say you should never go grocery shopping on an empty stomach? I got into a situation where my eyes were bigger than my vagina, and it was awkward. I was like, oh my god, can you get a stock boy to help me get this off the shelf and out of the car? 4 of us here, you know. It's ridiculous. Just eat something, that's what I'm saying, before you go shopping, I think. Does anyone like to work out? No? Good. Okay. Is anyone like me? Like, Do you ever do this thing where you like put on your workout clothes and you're like, this feels like enough, and then you sit the fuck back down and watch House Hunters? You're like, we did it. Alright, cool. It is so hard to work out in New York City. You're like, I walked so far for pizza, I'm fine, you know? It's just a nightmare. Like, I don't like it. And everyone's like, let's take a yoga class. I'm like, oh, does that yoga class involve punching at the air and crying? Oh, it doesn't? Then I don't want to do it. Why would you do yoga in this piece of shit city? It's like, no, you have to fight fire with fire in New York City. Your whole day is aggro, it's aggressive, it's annoying. Who's gonna be like, let's go sit with like 20 other fucking idiots and just like zen out? It's like, no, I want a class where you do this. Like, I want to do that for 30 minutes in New York City. So, anyone want to do that with me? Let's start a group? Okay. It would feel really great. It really would. I have so many pet peeves. I've lived here for a decade. It's time to go. Has anyone else been here for a really long time? Just thought they were visiting, and now it's been 10 years because you can't leave because it's too expensive, and you're like, I got a little money, let's break out, you know? It's an accident. I fucking came here for a trip, and I canceled my flight home, and fucking 10 years went by. I don't know what happened. So I've been trapped here for a bit. I like to drink. That's become like a really weird side effect of living in New York City. I drink to cope. Anyone else? Thank you. Thank you. It's very healthy. I think I am really reasonable about it though. You know how they say, like there's a study for women, it's healthy, like a ratio if you're gonna go drinking, it's like 1 drink an hour is what a woman can metabolize. But the problem is, like, I'll stay out for like 6 years, and like I just haven't gone back home yet. I've just been out, but I've been reasonable. It's only been 1 drink an hour, so I feel like I've been pretty grown up about that. I think it's funny that you know, science can't make its mind up about wine. You know, all the studies keep coming out like wine is like 1 glass of wine is equivalent to 30 minutes of cardiovascular exercise. And you're like, fuck yeah, it is, killing it, you know. Then another study comes out that's like 2 glasses equivalent to heart disease. And you're like, oh no. Fuck. And it's like 3 glasses equivalent to Bikram yoga. You're like, okay, what? It's like 4 glasses of wine is like, for you don't know me. For you, science, get out of my face. Stop. 5 glasses is equivalent to, I don't know, LASIK surgery? It's crazy. I don't understand what's going on. All I know is you can drink odd number of glasses, not even, according to all these studies. So you can't have 12, but you can have 13 glasses of wine, and there will be health benefits. I feel very strongly about this. I do. I have a lot of weird pet peeves since I've lived here. I hate what are they like? They're like, I don't know how to describe them. They're like all the salad restaurants popping up all over the city, like salad cafes, salad delis, salad restaurants, and they all have annoying names like you chop it, you know, it's like bossy. It's like, well, no, you know, it's like toss your own salad. I'm like, gross, it's disgusting, and I hate these places so much, you know, because like if you work in Manhattan, getting lunch is like a blood sport. You know this. It is like you have to fucking know what you're doing. And so there's like this dearth of like salad restaurants that have cropped up, and they're like signs everywhere, and you walk in and they trick you into believing it's like fast, easy, and fun to make a salad. And then you have to pick 6 ingredients out of 10,000. And it's like too much information. And you get in the line, and suddenly like the pressure is on, and everyone's like pushing you up, and like, I don't remember anything about food. And then it's your fucking turn, and like if you don't order fast enough, a trap door opens and shoots you back out to Avenue of the Americas. It's fucking crazy. Then you just have to try again tomorrow. So you've been there. You've been to this fucking place. It's crazy. So you have to like go into training. You're like, all right, tomorrow I'm gonna make a fucking salad. You like go on the internet. You're like, what are ingredients in a salad? Remember, you know. Then you go in. It's suddenly your turn, and there's just like this salad warrior, mad dogging it. He's standing there with an empty metal bowl and telling what you got, bitch, you know? Here's the key. You have to come out of the gates with confidence, okay? You have to step to the man, right? He's like, first ingredient. You have to be like, romaine, bitch. Throw down the gauntlet, you know? then he's like, all right, maybe she's made a salad before. Okay, all right. She knows what she's doing. But then he's like, second ingredient, and then I shit the bed a little bit, and I'm like, apples? It's like, now he knows it's in my head. It's like, third ingredient. I just lose my mind. I'm like, gummy worms? I'm sorry. And then I black out, and I wake up at the register with a $19 dome of bullshit that I have to eat for lunch. Because they like weigh it. They like weigh your like dome of garbage that you just made. And then you have to go take it to the corner with the other people who are like shaking because they don't know what they made either. It's like a weird post-traumatic salad disorder group. It's like a weird meetup. You take the lid off your salad and you're like, oh cool, for my final 3 ingredients I chose mandarin oranges, chocolate pudding, and safety pins. Good. Great. So I hate these places. I hate them. They make me want to kill myself. I'll get out of here on this. I go to LA a lot now. Yeah, I love LA. I'm out of here. I'm fucking out of here. I love you. It's not you guys. It's this place. I gotta go. My one pet peeve though with LA is like, no one warned me that like the beaches are for professional hot people only. You know what I'm saying? Like you get out there and you're like, whoa, wait a minute, you know, like you pull the t-shirt back down and you're like, oh. Fuck, like, wow, people look good, just like cut bodies and tiny, tiny little bathing suits. And you're like, damn, I'm homesick for a Manhattan public beach right about now. Just a New York City, Coney Island level public beach sounds really good to me right about now. I was at Coney Island this summer and I saw a fat Russian dude walk straight into the ocean wearing a velour tracksuit for a bathing suit. And I was like, yeah. Like, this guy gets it. And I just like stood on the shores and I was like making eye contact with my spirit animal. And I was like, yes. And he was neck deep in water, and like now what I'm only imagining is like 50 pounds of wet velour just like anchoring him to the ocean floor, and he had a lit cigar in one hand and a fucking sandwich in the other. Yes, these are my people and my beaches, and I just felt so like just one, like just we were one at peace. It was gorgeous, you know. And then you're like in Miami or LA or something. And you're like, I'm gonna keep my t-shirt on. And you go to Brighton Beach. You're like, I'm a 10. I'm a 10. We're all 10s. Like, you know, you're like the hottest thing to hit the beach. You could be wearing like a diaper and eating a pot roast. You'd be like, who the fuck's that? You know. All right, you guys have been great. Put in a pot.
Oh, what a lady. Brooke, you're a 10 to me, wherever you are, as long as it's in the northeast area. Okay. So, yeah, really knows her salads, really knows her beaches. I love that. All right, I'm going to keep it going for your next comic. He's got a movie coming out, Adventures in Comedy. You can see it on Hulu. Give it up for Tom McCaffrey.
Nice. Give it up for your host. Yeah. All right. All right. Yeah. How are you guys? Cool. Me too. I'm also woo. Cool. Let's get right into it. I like to smoke weed. You guys smoke weed? Okay, that was a very mixed reaction. Who said they like to smoke weed? Who? Yeah? Okay, cool, because I'm a cop, so this whole thing was a sting operation. Right? The oldest person in the room was the only one laughing at that shit. You smoke it, right? For fucking glaucoma? Yeah. Me too. I like to smoke weed, as I said, and I like movies, right? Those two things kind of go together, weed and movies. So I want to combine my two favorite things. So I want to write a screenplay, and I want to write a weed movie, right? But you ever seen a weed movie? There was comedies, right? They never do any other genre of weed movie, so I'm gonna change that. I'm writing a weed horror movie. It's called I Have No Idea What You Did Last Summer. Cool. I also just started a band with my 4 pothead friends. Yeah, we call ourselves Zero Direction. We missed our last 500 gigs. Okay, enough of those. You guys are like, yeah, we're not that high. We didn't think it's that funny. Not that into it. I'm a comedian, obviously, for those weed jokes I did. That did it like marginally well. And it's going pretty good. A TV station called me in and they want me to come in next week and they want me to pitch TV show ideas to them. And they said what's really hot right now are like spin